You've been told it's impossible, that you need to quit your job to build a successful business, that weekends are for rest, not hustling. Well, they're wrong. At least for those of us that don't have a choice. Let me show you how you can build a six-figure creative business using just your weekends while keeping a steady paycheck. The secret is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Before we get started, 80% of you who watch my channel haven't yet subscribed to the show, and I appreciate you watching my humble channel. Thank you. So can I ask you for a favor before we start? If you want to support me, the free, easiest way to do so is to hit that subscribe button. And if you do that, I'll do everything I can to keep improving my videos and listen to your feedback so that you keep getting value. Thank you so much. Now, most people waste 48 precious hours every weekend, but you're about to turn those hours into your empire. Okay, so let's break down what that could possibly look like, right? So Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is going to be your power creation hour, what I like to call it. This will be your golden time. Your brain is fresh. Your energy is at its peak. There's zero distractions from email and social media. And you're going to focus on your most creative work. And that could be designing a product, writing, or creating content. Next, you're going to set your phone on Do Not Disturb. Yes, you are. And you're going to have your coffee or tea ready before you start. I suggest you use the Pomodoro technique. I have 3 20-minute work sessions with 5-minute rest in between. You can check out that video. I'll leave it either here or put it in the... Now, 10 a.m. to 12, business development time. So these are the bullet points. Review your analytics if you have them. You're going to check your numbers, adjust any strategies that aren't working, research your competitors. Yes, you're going to do some spying and identify new opportunities. Also, plan your content calendar for the next week and set goals for the next week that you want to accomplish. If you do project management tools, if you use them, you're going to update them. So by now it's noon, 12 to 1:30 p.m. Take a strategic break. And this isn't just lunch. This is the time that you want to kind of review your morning progress. Maybe do a little bit of light exercise if you work out on the weekends. Make sure you eat healthy. And if you need to take a power nap like I do, then do so. 1:30 to 4:30, this is where the deep work session happens. Here, you're going to focus on high impact projects like client work, product development. If you make jewelry, you're going to, focus on a new line. Content batch creation, update your website if you need to, email marketing, course creation. There's no distraction allowed here at all. There is just none. This is the time where you have to lock it in, and I recommend using time blocking. And if you aren't familiar with time blocking or boxing, let me know if you'd like me to create a time blocking PDF for you to use. I'll just create one if I get enough replies or feedback that you want one. I'd be happy to do so. Now, the last time block, 4:30 to 6 p.m., that's going to be the time where you do some growth and learning, maybe develop new skills, go back to an online course that you need to finish, do some industry research, maybe network, and just plan what your next steps are going to be. Now, full disclosure, this may have to be adjusted or tweaked if you have small kids that are active with sports on the weekends. I understand, because I used to be at track meets every single weekend. A workaround may be to do this just one weekend day, like either Saturday or Sunday. I know the idea of never having family time or a day off is not ideal, but remember, this is meant to be temporary. It's just temporary. A little sacrifice now for the bigger picture that will allow you freedom later. Okay, on to Sundays. Let's maximize your Sundays. 9 to 11 a.m. content batching. You're going to create next week's social media posts. You're going to do all of them. If you write blogs, you're going to write your blog. If you do videos, record videos, edit content, prepare a newsletter if you have a newsletter, schedule everything. And I recommend using templates to speed up your work. Now, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., so that's going to be systems and automation. If this applies, it's not going to apply to everybody, but you're going to set up your email sequences, create or update templates if you use them, streamline your workflows, organize any files that you have, update your operating procedures. That is something that I really need help with, and review and improve your processes. Also, you want to set up any auto responses. I know a lot of times we will have an auto response set up, like if you use ManyChat on your social media, A lot of times we don't realize we have an old one or there's a new offering that we need to link, so be sure to update that. On to 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're almost done. Strategic planning. I can't express enough how important it is to keep looking at the goals. Even if it seems redundant, the same one, review it, review it, review it. Because they say where attention goes, energy flows. With that, you're also going to plan your next weekend's tasks. Update your project timelines. Oftentimes I give myself too long of a timeline, or did I say timeline? I think I said timeline. That was, did I? Okay. Or not long enough of a timeline, and I find myself getting frustrated. Instead of tweaking it, I just kind of throw the baby out with the bathwater, and I'm like, well, this isn't working. So just be sure to give yourself ample time. And once you've done something, if it's going to be repetitive, you kind of have an idea of how much time you need, because typically in most businesses you're repeating. It's a rinse and repeat process, right? If you have inventory, check inventory. Make sure you do not have something on unlimited when you only have 300 or 100 and you end up selling out, but somebody actually buys it and your website allows them to purchase it. That could be a mess. So that's something else you might want to do. And of course, review finances. That's a sticky one. I don't like to do it, but look at the numbers. 4 to 6 p.m. and we're done. This is the week prep and self-care. You're going to organize your workspace to set yourself up to succeed and have your Monday schedule ready. Meditate, relax, spend time with your family, and prepare for the week ahead. Now, I know Sundays or Saturdays is supposed to be a day of rest for some of us, so we're going to squeeze in a little bit. The last 2 hours, 4 to 6, or whatever hours you want to use at the end of the day, you're going to organize your workspace to get your mental right and review the week to come. And then after that, take some time to breathe, relax, meditate, family time, whatever makes you feel good to prepare for the week ahead. And last, here's a few more strategies that I'm going to just bullet point through that may help you. Use some time blocking apps if they apply to you. Prep your meals in advance if you cook. Keep a dedicated workspace. Sometimes the workspaces merge into personal and it can get confusing. Have a backup plan for each task in case you can't get to it. Have something else that you can do instead. And watch out for a few of these pitfalls. Overscheduling is one. Perfectionism is another. Having too many distractions, burnouts, and the one I'm guilty of, social media rabbit holes. We all know what that is, like scroll, scroll, scroll. Those are real time suckers, and I'm really trying to get that under wraps. And the minute I think that I have, I really haven't. Also, I want to say, I'm not saying in any way that this is easy, and there will be times where you can't be consistent. But the point is taking actionable steps with the little time that you have. That's all we can do. You don't need to wait for the perfect time to start your business. If you have 48 hours every week, then that's what? 208 hours a month. 2,496 hours a year. Those things add up. Just trust me, just keep at it. So drop a comment below with your thoughts on what your biggest challenge is when it comes to time on the weekends. I'll see you next time.